Hi there and welcome back to the Der Grenadier YouTube channel for another video. Today we are going to take a look at blankets again, because the last time I made a huge mistake when I gave you advice on which blankets to buy. So I'm going to do it all over again and show you what actually is what you are supposed to do. I thank you for watching and I hope that you all will enjoy. So these are all the blankets that I had last time, except that this one right here is new. This is the Soldier of Fortune one that I advised you to buy. This is the post-war Dutch blanket that is better than this one, but it is this obvious post-war green color, so I don't use this one that much. And this is my new one, which is a post-war civilian blanket that is often used by stores as moving blankets, and these are actually quite nice as well. So when I advised you to buy this one, I mentioned that it was a good, large, heavy blanket that is, well, perfect for reenacting, but I have changed my mind, and this is why. When I gave that advice, I only had events in the summer and in spring. And as you might know, in summer the temperatures are not as low as in the winter, obviously. So when I gave that advice, I didn't really know what I was talking about yet. But then I had some events in autumn and in winter, and I noticed that this was not enough to keep me warm. So I went looking for something else and I found this one secondhand, and this one is better. It's not as large as this one and it's way lighter. I cannot make you feel how much lighter it is, but it is about half as heavy as this one, which actually makes it good to carry in your rucksack. But this one is warmer than that one, and to understand why, I need to tell you, well, how blankets actually keep you warm. So when it comes to heat isolation, what actually matters is not how thick the material is, but how dense the material is. If the material is really dense, it's not going to keep you that warm. And this is why. It's the space in between the fibers that heats up because of your body, and that's going to keep more heat in. That blanket is going to heat up and keep you warm. If you have a blanket that's really thick but is dense, all it's going to do is keep out wind, but it's not going to keep you that warm. When you have a blanket that has lots of air in between the fibers that you heat up with your body, that's going to isolate you the best, because that is going to keep you warm, the space in between those fibers. Now we understand why these blankets keep our warm or not. We know why this one sucks and this one is great. This is a dense motherfucker that's not going to keep you that warm, because it keeps out wind well, but it's not going to keep heat in. And this one is not as good against wind, but it does have a lot of space in between those fibers. It's really heavy, or no, it's not that heavy, but it's really thick, but not that heavy, so the air in between those fibers in this blanket heat up and keep me warm. And this one does not. This is a good in-between blanket. This one is semi-heavy, semi-dense, which makes it great as extra isolation. So if you have 3 blankets, these 3, what I usually do, I use some leaves or some hay on the bottom of my sleeping position, whatever that might be, if it's on the ground or in a trench. And I'm going to use this on top of the leaves and or the hay to isolate me from the bottom. I'm going to put this one right on top of me to keep the heat in, and then I put this one on top because this keeps out wind better than this, but doesn't keep heat in as well as this one. So this one goes on top, and that's what I usually do. if I had to give you some advice, get 2 or 3 blankets that are really light but keep heat in well, like this one, and then get one that is better at keeping out wind. And when you have 3 blankets with you, you're going to have a great time because you don't get cold that fast, unlike with this one. So this is an update. Don't get one of these. They suck. I'm sorry I gave you the wrong advice, but this is a correction. Now we are talking about blankets. I'm going to give you a little bit of more advice on the color of blankets. Get anything that is either gray, khaki, beige or green. You're always going to be fine, with stripes or without. Steer clear of patterns. Stripes is more than enough. Maybe a little bit of color in the stripes, but don't get bright blankets that have lots of color in them or patterns, because they just don't look correct, even if maybe they are. But take it easy, take something simple, pay attention to the material more than the outside of the blankets, because they don't have to look great, they just have to keep you warm, which is why you get them. So I hope that this video was useful. Again, I'm sorry I gave you that wrong advice, but I am a beginning reenactor as well, so I learn all the time, and then I give you advice, and sometimes I have to correct myself. So this is one of those videos. I thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that I will see you in the next one. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and have a great weekend.